What if you're in a leadership position and you know you're supposed to put the team first? And that's what you do. That's what you do. You put the team first. That's what you did. As long as you did it, you did it. Now listen, there's a little caveat here. That is that intent has a smell. Yeah. And if you put the team first because you know it's going to look good, it's going to make you look good, and that's why you did it, everyone's going to smell that. Yeah. So there's a little caveat there. But for the most part, actions are more important than words are. Which is a weird thing to say because everyone talks about the importance of words and writing and what you say, right? It's very important. But let's face it, actions trumps those things. Yeah. Then you get this weird, I don't know, you know how this ties in, but you think about this thing where you get someone that's short term will make it happen, but long term they don't make it happen. Example, you've seen plenty of fighters come through the Victory MMA, like pro fighters, amateur fighters. You notice how there's some of those fighters that would never give up in a fight ever. Like they will literally never give up in a fight, but they won't show up to practice for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Like they're so driven in the fight on the short term, like they're there, but they missed 3 days of practice, or they didn't adjust their diet. Now they're overweight coming in. They got to cut the extra. See what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like a short term versus long term. Yeah. SEAL training, same things happens. Basic SEAL training. You get someone that's just like not gonna quit, and they don't, but they can't pass the run because they didn't freaking train for the 4 months, 6 months, year prior to going to training. They didn't have the discipline to train for a long period of time, but in that moment, you could never make this dude quit. And by the way, sometimes you get someone that's in outstanding condition and they came to every practice and then they get in the fight and they break. I mean, we know fighters have broken, like professional fighters, both that we've known and that we've watched. They break in the ring. You watch them break in the cage. You can have exceptionally trained athletes going to basic SEAL training. They're incredible athletes. They're better at me in every category of athletics. Every category. Running, swimming, strength, endurance. They just beat me in every category. They quit. That's kind of crazy, right? Yeah. So that's this thing where both those things don't win. You got to have that long-term and the short-term discipline. You got to have the short-term and the long-term coverage. You got to have the discipline to do something long range, but then you also got to protect your neck. What do I mean by that is if you don't protect your neck on the mats, you lose. Sometimes you got to, I got to give up position. I got to give up, all these other things in this moment in time. I got to panic. I got to use a bunch of energy, but I got to protect my neck because if I don't protect my neck, it's over. So well-trained fighters, sometimes they quit. Well-prepared BUD/S trainees, sometimes they quit. And all these things are going back to our actions. Our actions. And there's a saying about this. Well, it's sort of, let's say, an adjacent saying.
Sure.
Which I guess you've heard before. Saying, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Have you ever heard this before? Some people take it a little bit further even. So some people say, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become action. Watch your actions, they become your character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Big quotes, right? And this quote has been attributed to different people over time. Emerson, Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosopher. I even saw one that gave the credit to Margaret Thatcher's father. Basically, it's a quote that seems to have evolved over time and is in many different forms out there. But here's the thing. People talk about watch your thoughts because they become words. Watch your words because they become your action. Watch your action because it becomes your character. Watch your character because it becomes your destiny. Here's what I'm going to say. Watch your freaking actions. Watch your actions. And here's why I'm saying this. Because You can see your actions. You can track your actions. You can adjust your actions. They're quantifiable. Your thoughts, no one can see them. You can rationalize your thoughts. You can rationalize your words. You can say something but do something else. Mm-hmm. All those things can take place. Mm-hmm. But your actions are real. So what I'm saying is, watch your actions.